he's been doing all week. I mean, as the boys mentioned earlier, his scoring has been superb, and he strikes the ball so beautifully with that cue action. But, you know, when I came here this week, people said to me, last 16 who's going to win, didn't know, quarter-final, didn't know, semi-final, didn't know, and the final I don't know, and you employ me as a pundit.
I'm saying nothing.
Well, to be fair to John, I don't think many of us know really, because it's such a close match contest, is this. I think what will be the test for either player if he goes a couple of frames behind. As I said earlier, both players in the matches have always sort of had that lead and that little bit of a cushion to rely on. Or we could just go frame for frame, and then it's who holds the nerve at the closing stages better than the other. It could be that close.
Both players had got a long ball, both players quite a distance away, but it's Neil that's been the unlucky one. Leave an easy opener for Shaun.
That's picking up what Steve did. Oh, to me, he's looking through the right eye there. I don't know about you, Stephen. Looks more right eye than... Certainly you would think the dominant eye for Shaun is the right eye. It's only Steve Davis could get us involved in this, isn't it?
I know, leave me out, please.
Set.
Well, he went into them very aggressively, but has he been unlucky? I mean, he'd settled for just rolling the red to the right middle, but I don't think he can do that. Very unlucky. He went in well, and they seemed to be opening up nicely enough. Found a decent gap. I suppose you could say a little bit more pace required, but he's unlucky if he's not on the red to the middle, and he's not.
Yeah, I think if you asked him, the cue ball went exactly where he wanted it to go. Very unlucky not to be on a red. Sometimes you go into the pack and you don't hit them where you want, and you still have a moan, but you really don't deserve to be on one because you haven't played it properly. That time Shaun played it properly and was very unlucky.
We'll have to settle for the safety, and it's, well, a good man's with the cue ball, but he didn't mean to leave this red to the right corner, although having looked at it, it's very straight. If it had a slight angle, you could see Neil trying to force the cue ball back up the table, but he can only roll this in dead weight if he plays the pot.
Yeah, it's one of those where you hope to pot the red to either side of the pocket, and hopefully the jaws of the pocket will bring the white out towards the black.
One.
Good there. Fraction to the right would have followed the white in as well. He wouldn't have been too disappointed if the white went in.
Yes, the one thing was to get that red away from the corner pocket. That's why I always stress the importance of getting a good length with the cue ball near that baulk cushion, because you imagine if he had his hand on the table he could have screwed back or anything. But once you're tight, it does restrict your options.
Neil Robertson, what?
Well, that's a pretty good safety. I don't think there's an escape route down the left-hand side of the table. If he plays it down the right-hand side, he's got to be very wary of that red near the right-hand cushion. That could be a blocker for anything not hit quite right. Guaranteed to get this safe. Well, he found a good pass and a decent length. Excellent shot. He's in a spot of bother there. Found a good escape route. Okay, it looks as though this red to the left corner, there you see it, is on. Possibly a slight angle on it to pot it and play for the black, but it's a very dangerous shot. And if he goes for it, he needs to get it. Well, didn't even hit the red on the right side there. A long way away. Sometimes you can hit them better than that and not go in and get a double kiss. Don't think he's left anything. Good shot. Imperative he covered the red that's near the baulk line, and he's done that. Just looking, if he come off that side cushion and hit the red half ball, he'd send the red up this end and the cue ball would stay at that end, but he's got to just right. That's pretty good. Well, there's always a red, isn't there? It seems to get knocked out. It was looking very good, and then all of a sudden a red came out, and it's one to the right corner. If he knocks it in, leave him perfect on the black.
There's pressure on it though. He misses it and leaves everything wide open. Nice cue. Very still. Doesn't move.
That was well judged.
8.
Inch perfect on this red.
Nine.
Already with a 29-point lead.
60.
We're expecting to win the frame at this visit, the way the balls are situated. I suppose the only downside is the pink and blue being together. With the black available into
17.
both corners and the reds nicely in the open, what a chance.
$24. $25.
Definitely the quicker of the two. And then amongst the balls is Shaun Murphy. Likes to get on with it. There you go, 5 seconds a
32.
shot. Quicker than Neil. Now some of that is due to the fact that Neil has not been in ideal position when he's been in the balls, so he's had to think about things a bit more. But I think definitely Shaun is the quicker player.
And for the first time, has just
40.
run slightly out of position. Couldn't play for the black off this red, you don't feel, and as I say, pink and blue being together, has to go up for a baulk colour. And once this
41.
cue ball starts having to travel distances, things can go wrong. .57 points
44.
to lead now. I think he can run through here for the black in the opposite corner.
45.
And this black and one more red would secure the frame. There you see it, 65 ahead, 67
52.
remaining. Pop the red, goes 66 ahead with only 59 left. So Neil Robertson knows he's not going to get anything out of this frame now. The red's in and Shaun was nicely on the green, which means Neil, even if he had a
56.
chance, wouldn't come back to the table, and it's unlikely that he will.
57.
It's an early warning sign for Neil. 65 in the last frame from Shaun. 64 and counting here. He doesn't want to again let Shaun get into his rhythm, because he can outscore anybody.
65.
Yes, and I suppose worrying slightly for Neil Robertson and his fans that he's had a few chances and his highest break is only 30. He knows he'll have to improve on that.
72.
No panic yet, of course. Best of 19. There'll be a mid-session interval after this frame.
73.
So time to... after the next frame, sorry.
Standing between the yellow and the brown. I'm going to put the curse on him again. So he's probably one of the best players in the world with the rest.
Well, tremendous shot with the rest. I've got to be honest with you, Stephen, I never really noticed, but I see where you're coming from. And he is excellent with the rest.
88.
Yeah, what he does well with the rest is cue action is almost identical to the same cue action he has with his bridge hand, which a lot of players don't do.
Yeah, he lifts the elbow right up, doesn't he? That used to be the way they say to
93.
to play with the rest. And as you say, then it's almost the same as when you got your hand on the table.
97.
Now this blue for a terrific century. Well played. Very well played.
102.
Just one loose positional shot, that's all I can think, and it wasn't that bad.